Good morning, my smarties. It is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. Yesterday, we learned that some insects have a 3-stage life cycle and some insects have a 4-stage life cycle. Cool! Today, we'll review decompositions. Remember, that means breaking apart the numbers 6, 7, and 8 into parts. Remember to work hard and give it all you've got today. Tomorrow is a rest catch-up day. Have a splendid weekend. Love, your teachers. Just a quick note, we have now officially made it through all the 1G power words as a class. So I would love it if you're looking for some practice. You're welcome to look at Miss Lane's videos on power words or any of those books and worksheets that Mrs. Smart posts. You're also welcome to check out Power Word Review on YouTube or, of course, ARC Adventures. Have fun. Have a good day. All right, here we are back for another wonderful day of calendar. Welcome to my home classroom. You're here with Mrs. Genecco. Let's get started with calendar. Yesterday was Wednesday, which means today is Thursday. Woo, woo, woo. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. Let's sing the days of the week. There's 7 days of the week. There's 7 days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week. There's 7. Well, there's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Good work. How about in Spanish? Let's hit it. Here we go. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. Nice job. Man, how I wish we were in our classroom singing that song together. I used to love hearing you guys sing. Remember those days when we would all kind of get off and some of us were singing slow and some of us were singing fast and I was like, what's going on? I would do anything for some of us to sing slow and some of us to sing fast right now. It would sound like beautiful music to my ears. If you want to send me a video of you singing that Days of the Week song, I wouldn't be too sad to watch it. All right, guys, we know the season is spring. Ooh, I hear an SP blend at the beginning of that word. I know we haven't learned about P blends yet. This is actually a tricky blend. This is a 3-letter blend, which you guys will probably, I'm guessing, learn about in 1st grade. Some blends actually stick 3 sounds together, and it sounds like one sound. Spur, spurring. Anyways, just a little tidbit. Today's weather is, meteorologists, I'm looking to you. Head to the window, figure out if it's rainy, cloudy, sunny, snowy, or thunderstorming, and bring it back to me. I'll give you your 10 seconds. Go ahead. All right, what'd you find? I'm wondering, is it rainy? Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Is it snowy? Is it thunderstorms? What would you put right here for today's weather if you had to choose? Nice job. All right, guys, if today is Thursday, that means yesterday was Wednesday. And, of course, today is Thursday. Remember, TH is a digraph. Those are 2 sounds that come together. You can't hear their own sounds. We don't say Thursday. We say TH is a new sound that we don't have in our alphabet, so that's a digraph sound. Today is Thursday. That means tomorrow will be Friday. Whose favorite day of the week is Friday? Mine. You know, I like to call it Fry-yay instead of Friday. All right, I think that's all I have for you for calendar. I counted last night. We have all 60 power words on this ring. I can't even believe it. I thought for sure I would misplace one of them or I would lose one of them. I'm like, oh, we probably maybe have like 58 power words out of 60 that we need. Oh no, baby. They're all here. So maybe next week we'll review and go through this whole entire beautiful word ring of words that you guys know. Next up, I have a dance video for you to get your body up and moving. Get those wiggles out, and then we'll do some math. Can't wait. Have a great weekend. Remember, this is the last time we'll do calendar together for this week. When I meet you next week, we'll be down here. Woohoo!
Herman the Worm, from Action Fun Dance by the Learning Station.
I was sitting on a fence post, slapping on my left knee, chewing on my bubble gum, chomp, 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 playing with my yo-yo, do-wop, 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 and watching the birds fly by. And then along came Herman the Worm, and he was this big. I asked Herman what happened, and he said, I swallowed one grape. I was sitting on a fence post, slapping on my left knee, chewing on my bubble gum, chomp, 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 playing with my yo-yo, do-wop, 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 and watching the birds fly by. And then along came Herman the Worm, and he was this big. I asked Herman what happened, and he said, I swallowed 2 apples. I was sitting on a fence post, slapping on my left knee, chewing on my bubble gum, chomp, 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 playing with my yo-yo, do-wop, 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 and watching the birds fly by. And then along came Herman the Worm, and he was this big. I asked Herman what happened, and he said, I swallowed 3 grapefruits. I was sitting on a fence post, slapping on my left knee, chewing on my bubble gum, chomp, 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 playing with my yo-yo, do-wop, 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 and watching the birds fly by. And then along came Herman the Worm, and he was this big. How big? I asked Herman what happened, and he said, I swallowed 4 cantaloupes. I was sitting on a fence post, slapping on my left knee, chewing on my bubble gum, chomp, 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 playing with my yo-yo, do-wop, 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 and watching the birds fly by. And then along came Herman the Worm, and he was this big. How big? I asked Herman what happened, and he said, I swallowed 5 watermelons. I was sitting on a fence post, slapping on my left knee, chewing on my bubble gum, chomp, 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 playing with my yo-yo, do-wop, 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 and watching the birds fly by. And then along came Herman the Worm, and he was this big. How big? I asked Herman what happened, and he said, I burped.
For math today, you're going to need a couple of materials. You will need a cube stick with 8 cubes, along with an expo marker and your eraser, and your lesson 10 problem set and homework worksheets. If you needed to pause the video and go grab those things right now, go ahead and do that. Press play when you're ready to start math. Get ready, I have a little surprise for you. We have a guest visitor.
Hi guys, Mrs. Mayor here. Want you to know that I'm thinking of you, I miss you, and I love you all. But today, I get to do the math application problem with you. So you're going to need 6 cubes, your whiteboard with a number bond, and your expo marker. Ready? Let's teach our parents how to play snap. Put them behind your back. Count. 1, 2, 3, snap. Bring them forward. You have your 2 parts. So you're going to go over to your whiteboard and you're going to put your 2 parts in the parts. My first part is 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put a 3 in my first part. My second part, let's count them. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put 3 in my next part. Uh-oh. Let's see what we have all together. 3 and 3 is the same as, you guessed it, 6. Can everyone tell what the number of the day is? 6. All right, let's try another one. So erase that. All right, let's put it behind your back again. You ready? 1, 2, 3, snap. Oh, let's see. My one part that I have, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put 4 in one of my parts. Let's see what was in my other part. You ready? 1, 2. I'm going to put 2 in my other part. Let's see. They all come together. How many do we have all together? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Put 6 in our hole. So we have 2 and 4 is the same as 6. I challenge you to do more of these and post videos so I can see how you're doing. All right, and if you get done doing the 6, add 7, add 8. See what you can do. I miss you all. Love you. Bye.
All right, as you can see here, I have my math materials laid out. I have my whiteboard. I also have an 8 cube stick, a marker, and an eraser. To get started, we're actually only going to need a 6 stick, so you might want to take off 2 cubes. No, you definitely need to take off 2 cubes to make sure that you have a 6 stick. Once you've done that, make sure that you count them to be sure that there are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, I had 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please go ahead and count yours now to make sure that you're starting with 6 cubes. Good job. What I'm going to ask you to do today is not to use a number bond sheet. So if you maybe have to flip your whiteboard over, that would be a good time to do it now. We're going to use these cube sticks to think about all the different hidden partners in our numbers. So we're starting with the magic number 6. Please write that number on your board. 6. Monkey's tail needs a fix. Curl around and make a 6. You'll want to write it at the top because we're going to make a list of different hidden partners. Once you've done that, please take 1 cube stick or 1 cube off from your cube stick and set the partners down. We're going to simply go through and write number sentences for our cube sticks when we move cubes from one side to the other. So right now, I know I have 6 cubes all together. We're going to write a number sentence to talk about these 2 parts. 6, instead of saying is the same as, let's use the word equals when we see that sign. 6 equals, and I'll fill in my parts. Here's one part, here's the other part. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and do that with your cubes, and then write the number 5. 6 equals 5, and what's my other part? 1. Exactly. Make sure you have that number sentence written. Then you can go ahead and take 1 more cube off from our 5 stick and move it over here. I see that I no longer have a stick of 5 and a stick of 1. Now I have a 4 stick and a 2 stick. Exactly. Let's write that number sentence to match our parts. We still have 6 cubes because I didn't add any and I didn't take any away. 6 equals, go ahead and fill yours in, and then you can check mine to see if you're correct. Did you write 6 equals 4 and 2? Good job. Let's move another one over. Go ahead and write the number sentence to match that. Check with mine when you're all done to see if ours match. 6 equals what and what? Did you write 3 and 3? Good work. If I move another one over, now I see my 2 parts. Oh, what do you notice? Seems like at first this one was my tall stick and this one was just a little guy. Now all of a sudden this one's getting smaller and this one's getting taller. We're shifting the cubes over. We're noticing a pattern in our blocks. Now we see 6 is the same as 2 and 4. Let's do that one more time. Move one more cube over there, and we'll find now that our parts are what? I'll move mine down here. Can you see them? This time we have 6 is the same as 1 and 5. I wish that I had drawn these a little bit smaller so I had some more room, but that's okay. I'll learn for next time. Now, boys and girls, if I were to move this one cube over to this stick here, what would my parts be now? This is the only stick I have, so do I just have to say 6 is the same as 6? I mean, like, obviously, right? What are my two parts? I have this stick and I have no other stick. What's the no word? That's the word for math that means none. 0. I'm going to adapt here and find some more room. The last number hidden pair that I find in this number is 6 is the same as 0 and 6, right? I have a 6 stick and I have no other stick with it. So we just found a bunch of ways, all the hidden partners for 6. Your job is going to be to do that same thing using a 6 stick, a 7 stick, and an 8 stick. Okay, so for our math job today, we will do our problem set, but on Seesaw, your activity will be to do this and fill in all of these blanks here using a cube stick. So you will be able to start out with 6 is the same as, what and what? And then you'll be taking one off, moving it to the other side, and they will start to grow. Okay, I will fill in on our activity the six chart so that you have some guidance. Your job will be able to do it for the 7 and the 8. Okay, so you will need that 8 cube stick to do this activity. That's really all I have for you for our lesson today. Why don't we get our problem set out and get started on that? All right, here I have my lesson 10 problem set. It's page 26 at the bottom. I also have my homework page, which is the next page, front and back, ready for when I need to work on that. So I pulled out 2 pages today for lesson 10. Why don't you go ahead and take a couple seconds to get your name written at the top, which is always good practice, along with the date. Today is May, that's the 5th month. It's the 7th day of the month, and the year is 2020. You write 5-7-20. I'll give you a couple seconds to do that, and then we'll get started. All right, our job here says fill in the number bond to match. Sounds like we only have one job. We have to fill in the number bond to match the picture. Our pictures here show 2 different parts. Our first part is, what are these? Pineapples, yum. Our second part is oranges. So we know we're going to think about the whole with all the fruits at the party. Then we'll write the number of pineapples, and the number of oranges. Okay? So why don't we count them all up together to start with our whole. Here we go. Look at your paper and count your objects on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many objects are there all together? There were 7. Nice work. Now we need to break them into their 2 different parts. Remember, how many pineapples, how many oranges? How many pineapples are there here? Go ahead and count them. That's right, there's 6. And if there are 6 pineapples, and we have 7 objects all together, how many oranges are there? Just 1. We know that 6 and 1 make 7. Or 7 is the same as 6 and 1. Down here, let's count how many objects there are all together. Then remember, we'll break them into their parts, pineapples and oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's 7 again. Let's write that in the hole. Nice. Next, we'll talk about the first part. How many pineapples are there? Go ahead and count them. There's 5. And how many oranges? 2. Good work. Are you ready to count the next set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Surprise! There's still 7. This time, I'd like you to take a couple seconds to fill in how many pineapples and how many oranges there are. Are you all done? There were 4 pineapples and 3 oranges. What do you notice about our parts? If I look down, look at this. I see, oh, as the pineapple part is getting smaller, we're counting down 6, 5, 4. The orange part is getting bigger. 1, 2, 3. Do you notice how when the pineapple part gets smaller, the oranges get bigger? Pretty interesting. Let's do this one and see if it follows our pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice I'm still counting each time how many fruits there are in the whole because I just want to be sure that I know how many I'm talking about all together. Go ahead and fill in the 2 different parts. How many pineapples? How many oranges? Three pineapples, 4 oranges. Let's check to see if it followed our pattern. Here, remember, for the pineapples, we were counting down 6, 5, 4, 3. Did it follow the pattern so far? It sure did. Remember, when that one got smaller, this one is going to get bigger, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. It did. Both of these columns are following the pattern. As the pineapple number got smaller, the orange number got bigger. Let's see if these 2 scenarios are going to match and fit our pattern. Let's count the whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's still 7. How many pineapples are there? Just 2. If you had to predict, because our math fluency is getting stronger, how many oranges will there be without even counting? Remember, this followed the pattern 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What should this number be if we don't even count it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you think it should be a 5? Let's count to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness! It's crazy how patterns happen in math, isn't it? Remember, 2 and 5 will always make 7. If I have 2 fingers that are pink and I paint 5 fingers that are blue, there will always be 7 fingers painted. Okay? 2 and 5 is always going to equal 7. Whether you're talking about pineapples and oranges, or trucks and cars, or elephants and monkeys, when you put those 2 numbers together, you're always going to get 7. How about our last one here? We know there's probably how many fruits altogether? Were you thinking 7? Let's count just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woohoo! How many pineapples? 1. If there's 1 pineapple, how many oranges do you think there's going to be? Look, if I look up here, those hidden partners are the same. They just flip-flopped. Remember, 6 needs 1 to make 7. So that means 1 needs 6 to make 7. There are 6 oranges. Whew, that was a lot. Nice job, guys. I'm going to flip to the back. You should too, please. This says color some of the faces orange and the rest blue. Fill in the number bond. I hear 2 jobs. Coloring some and then filling in a number bond. Okay. Now, you guys know I am all for making adaptations and just coloring some and leaving some white if I need to. I just so happen to have an orange and a blue marker here right next to me, so I'm going to use them. If you have an orange and a blue crayon or marker and you want to use those colors, go ahead and get them. If you want to just color some with your pencil or whatever writing utensil you have, that's fine too. Okay, that's not really the important part of this job. We're working more on numbers, not on art class. Okay, so this first one says, color some of the faces orange and the rest blue. Remember that word some means, woohoo, I get to pick, nobody tells me what to do. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. For the sake of doing this together, I'm gonna pick, and then I'll let you guys do these on your own, because that word some is in all of the directions and you get to decide how many you want to color each color. I'm going to decide here that I would like to color 2 of them orange. Could you please color 2 of yours orange, or whatever color you choose? Remember, I'm not coloring perfectly, I'm coloring quickly to get the job done. Then I'm going to color the rest blue. Remember, like I mentioned at the beginning, if you don't have a blue crayon or marker, that's fine. You could leave them white. Just color them a different color so you know it's a different part. I'm also going to draw a line to separate, just so that I know here's one part, here's another part. Remember, our first job was to color. Our second job was to fill in the number bond. So we're going to fill in this number bond to match the picture. I see that they have our hole up on top, so let's count all the faces together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What number should I write there? 6. Totally gave it away. Totally. What are my 2 parts now? I'm going to talk about the orange smiley faces and the blue smiley faces. How many did I color orange? That's right, 2. And how many did I color blue? 4, exactly. Now I filled in my number bond. Seems like they forgot to tell me about my last job. I see some empty boxes here. They've written 6 is blank and blank. Thank goodness you guys are power word rock stars. You can read this whole sentence. 6 is blank and blank. Well, I know 6 talks about my whole, so they're looking for my 2 parts. What did we fill in our number bond? 6 is 2. Remember, that's talking about our orange smiley faces. And 4, which talks about what? The red trucks on the road? The pumpkins in the patch? Mrs. Genecco, the blue smiley faces, right? 6 is 4 and 2. Remember, we could use the equal sign to mean the same thing as is, and we could use the plus sign to mean the same thing as and. You could also read this, 6 equals 2 plus 4. Nice job. I'm going to have you guys finish these on your own because hello, you get to pick. Have fun with that. Your homework today says, these squares below represent cubes. Color 7 cubes green and 1 blue. Okay, so you're going to have different directions for each scenario. I'm going to have you do this with an adult, and there is a bunch of them. Okay, you do have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to complete. If your family decides you just want to finish the front, that is fine with me. I just want you guys to get enough practice so that you feel comfortable doing these. Okay, this is going to be very, very important work to know how to do for first grade. So do as much as you think you need to do. All right? With that, I think you're pretty much all set. I will talk about your activity on Seesaw in just a bit. Have a fabulous weekend. I love you guys, and I miss you so much. Mwah! For this activity, use a cube stick of 7 and 8 to figure out the hidden partners within. Record your numbers on the lines. Just as a reminder, I've attached a picture of our schedule. I will be on Zoom from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock a.m. and Mrs. Smart can be caught on Zoom tomorrow from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m.